Hello from beautiful San Diego. There's airplanes flying over, but that's okay. I'm here doing the Misfits comedy tour. Really excited to be here. And but this week was also, I had something weird happen. This week I was betrayed by a friend, and so that was an interesting experience, but I did learn some great lessons from it. So this week I want to go over 5 lessons that I learned this week from being betrayed by who I thought was a friend. We've all had it happen. This week I was betrayed by a friend. Let me tell you how this broke down. You guys, I for years, I've been working for a company that involves children's entertainment, and it requires me to train people who have to sign like a non-compete because obviously, we don't want to tell them everything that we're doing and then have them just run off and start their own company that is a competition. They actually have to sign a contract to do this, right? But this week I found out someone that I thought was a good friend of mine who also worked with the company went off and did this exact thing. And so let me break this down for you. I wouldn't care if it was just somebody, but like actually this was a good friend. I met this person back in 2016 and we became really good friends. We called each other for boy problems. Whenever, when Michael died, she drew me this beautiful photo of us, the two of us together, me and Michael, and wrote me this really nice letter. She had some anxiety issues going on, so I talked to her. I called her about anxiety issues. I even wrote about her in my book as someone that I really admired and appreciated. And I thought we were friends. So you can imagine my dismay when I found out that not only had this person breached the contract by starting a competing business and using the idea and concepts that we gave her, but she also had been doing this for the past 2 years. And also, at the same time, she was working for us. And it felt like a stab in the back. And so, I was looking to hire new people, right? A couple of weeks ago. I even contacted her and I said, hey, do you know anybody who might be interested in working with our company? And she said, I know people, I can refer those people to you. At the same time, knowing that she was already running a company of her own that was competing. So she was kind of selling me a whole bunch of hoo-ha. And that's what makes me so angry. And luckily, we dot our I's and cross our T's, so legally it's not an issue. Whatever. If it comes to that, it comes to that. It doesn't matter. But I was really hurt. I was really hurt, especially by the couple of weeks ago telling me that they was gonna help me and find me, posing as my friend and doing something that would directly impact me negatively. She even said, I didn't know how to tell you this because I read your book and you said such nice things and I didn't know how to tell you. What a whole bunch of crock. So at first I was really, really upset. So I handled it like a mature adult. I unfriended her. But you know what? I'm the yay guy. So I gotta walk my walk and talk my talk. So in every situation, I have to take a learning opportunity. So this week, I learned some lessons that I took away from that. And I would like to share with you the 5 things I learned from being betrayed by a friend. Number 5, always cover your ass. Thank God we did. Even if you think you can trust that person, when dealing in business, it's always a good idea to dot your I's and cross your I's just in case, because anything can happen. Look, here's the thing. I think that this person did not come into this business thinking that they were going to open their own and steal the concept. I'm sure some idea was developed down the line. So if you're in a vulnerable position where you might be screwed over, it's a really good idea to cover your ass, right? So do that and there's no issue of you getting screwed over. Do the best you can and be prepared, right? The next lesson I learned is becoming more distrusting is not an option that I wanted to take. The reality is there's no way to get through life without trusting people to a certain extent. In relationships, unless you're a Siamese twins, you're probably going to spend some time away from each other, and in that time away, they could do anything. They could really screw you over. So, sometimes you get screwed over. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to close off and never try again? Am I supposed to never make friends again? Am I supposed to never trust people again? Never trust that people have good intentions again? I don't think so. Because although this incident, it did not work out for me this time, in the big picture of all the people that I deal with, I don't get screwed over that often. In fact, I'm not really screwed over now because I did number 5, I covered my ass, but it's more of an emotional hurt. But at some point you have to put yourself out there, right? So this is why I believe that I think I have a good full life. I have many friends and many coworkers and many people who respect me that I respect. And I don't want to live a life that is closed and contracted out of fear of betrayal. I'll cover my ass for emergencies and dot my I's and cross my T's, but you have to take some calculated risks in this world, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. But it does work out, for me, most of the time. But I was so mad, right? So I considered revenge. That's where my number 3 lesson comes in. Number 3, I considered revenge, but there are downsides to revenge that I'm not willing to have. For a day or two, I wanted to ruin this girl. I wanted to destroy her. I wanted to eat her alive, like Army Hammer. Sorry, too soon. I was mad. But I actually realized I don't like being angry. I don't like feeling angry. It's not a good feeling in me. I don't like feeling revengeful. It's not a good feeling. It doesn't feel good. And because it doesn't feel good in me, I don't want to keep that emotional momentum going inside of me. For more on emotional momentum, check out my blog about emotional momentum. Because that feeling, it just feels bad. I don't want to feel bad. If I did something mean to her, I would feel bad. And so revenge wasn't really an option. So sure, like I said, I'll take precautions to protect what's mine in the future, but I don't need to give it all that energy. I could just do what I do and not carry the hate in my heart. Easier said than done, right? How do I do that? This is the conclusion I came to. I can practice compassion in the face of a betrayal. I don't condone what she did. I don't like it. I'm hurt by it. And I won't ever trust her again. But I can still be compassionate toward her. I can understand that, some people get into desperate financial situations. And when they're desperate, they do things that maybe they might not normally do. Like steal, like lie. And that's why it's good to be cautious around people who have a desperation energy. Because those are the kinds of people that'll do things and just kind of reason themselves into thinking that it's ethical. But I can still be kind. It doesn't matter what she does, I'm not gonna be mean, right? So it is possible that this person did at one point care about me, and she may not feel good. She feels bad. She told me she feels bad, right? So, but this person could be so desperate that they took action that did not take my best interest into account, which you have to somewhat rely on as a friend, right? Lots of people do this. And these kinds of people, you can't trust them. But they're still people. And no one's perfect, so maybe 10 years down the line, they'll figure it out and they realize they don't want to live like that. Whatever. But I don't need to hate them. It doesn't feel good for me. I'm just going to be angry here, and I don't need to live in anger. It's not in my best interest. So I don't want to carry that. So I'm going to be compassionate to this person and still take the action that's in my best interest. Which leads me to my number 1 thing that I learned that I want to maintain in the face of betrayal. Certainty. The most important thing here is that I'm going to maintain faith in myself. I don't want to be afraid of this. I don't want to live in fear because of this. I'm not going to buy into a fearful message of, I can't trust people. I can't trust people I can't judge people right. Because in life, to get anywhere, you have to trust people to a certain extent. But here's the thing. When things like this happen, I know I'll handle it. That is the choice I'm going to make. I got it. I'm going to choose to believe. I got it. No matter what happens, I got it. I have enough faith in me, in what I do, and I know the outcome will be good for me. I got it. It's unfortunate for her. She felt she needed to do this, and I'll do what I can to cover myself, but I don't have to do it with hate, because that just hurts me. So in a way, I'm just establishing that I am in charge of my own experience. Name one person who has not been betrayed at some point in their lives by someone, and I will show you a person who lives a very small life. So if I know, and you know, that no matter what, we will be fine, we can continue to live our lives in the way that we want, right? Easier said than done. And this is a smaller situation. It's not a situation that could take me out or whatever. And it's best not to sweat the small things. I'm not gonna sweat it, because I got this. Much bigger than this. So it's like, what's the point of thinking anything else? Let's prepare in case something bad happens or something changes. Let's prepare for the problems, but let's know we got this. We can handle it. So this week gave me a ton of clarity about how I would like to live my life, and I feel lucky to have been able to organize my thoughts in this way. And I feel lucky to always be growing and learning. And I feel like this is not a position that I could have taken just a couple of years ago. I would have probably flipped the table and went up and cut a bitch. But today, I'm in a different position, and I feel much better for it. And I'm proud of myself. So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful to all of you guys. Have a great week. Bye.